Greetings, world and La Bocce readers and subscribers. This is Edward Bevilacqua, the editor of La Bocce. Today I'm sitting here with Mike Miceli, who is as close to a hometown, homegrown boy as possible, though we're going to hear a little bit about Mike's background in a second. I'm proud to be here, and thank you, Mike, for taking the time.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for being here.
Okay. So, Mike, let's start with, were you born here?
No, I was born in Elizabeth, New Jersey in 1980.
Now, where's that?
It is right near...
Is it South Shore? Is it North?
The sister city of Newark.
Okay.
So let's go from there.
What's the TV show?
Sopranos?
No, not that one. The Jersey Shore?
Jersey Shore.
Okay. That's South or is that North?
That's South.
Okay.
That's, yeah, the South Shore.
But you're North?
A little west of there.
Okay, you're not on the ocean?
No, not on the ocean.
All right. How far from New York City?
It was about 30 minutes by train.
Okay.
Look, I moved here when I was 4 years old, so to know a lot about
it, I
don't
really remember that.
But I know that my dad when he was there, he worked both in New Jersey and New York, and you can just get there by train. You know, not too difficult. A lot of people live in New Jersey, actually commute to New York every day and then come back to New Jersey at nighttime.
Okay. Now, what part of Italy is your family from?
They're from the south part. It's my father's. That's from Italy.
Okay.
He was born in a town called Spellinga, and it's in Calabria. It's at the south in Vibo Valencia.
Okay.
And he was there from, I believe it was 1939 until 1963 when he moved to New Jersey.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
So you're first generation.
I am the first male born here. I have an older sister, 5 years older than I am, but she's the first.
Okay. Good. Great. So what brought your dad to Las Vegas?
Well, he's an architect, and so with Las Vegas booming as much as it does, there was a lot. I think there was a lot of business for him out here. I know he came out here in, I believe it was 1976 originally. He came out to gamble, did some work out here, and then went back to New Jersey. And then I was born in 80, and then we moved here in 84.
Okay, so he liked it.
He loved
it. Took him a
yeah.
while to come out.
He loved it. I think he was actually on his way to California, decided to stop here, loved it so much. He said, this is the place for me, and eventually moved back here in 84.
What type of an architect is your dad?
He does mostly office buildings, things along those lines, but
not residential.
Not residential.
Okay.
But he was working for a firm that helped to build the Mirage Hotel here back in the late 80s, early 90s.
So he's one of the guys that has made Las Vegas one of the great cities of the world by actually designing it.
Oh, definitely. He also he does some restaurants. There's an Italian restaurant on South Las Vegas Boulevard at Windmill called the Bootlegger.
Sure. And
my father actually is the one who designed that building.
Okay. So the Bootlegger advertises in La Bocce.
I know that they're very big in La Bocce. They're very big in the Italian American Club and everything else.
Lorraine Hunt, Bono, and Dennis Bono are. They also write for La Bocce and are members of the Italian American Club.
Yes.
So, so you came here when you were 4.
Came here when I was 4. I've been here ever since.
Where did you go to high school?
I went to high school at Valley High School.
Okay.
I graduated in 1998.
All right.
And then I started at UNLV undergrad. I was there from 98 to 2002. I got a bachelor's degree in criminal justice with a minor in political science. And then I stayed for law school at Boyd, which is also UNLV. Got it.
So, and then your practice now is doing what?
I do criminal defense work. I work for a law firm. There's actually 4 of us in it. We're all Italian.
Okay.
The law firm is called Pittaro and Fumo.
Okay.
And we do criminal defense and we do personal injury.
Got it.
And so you have Osvaldo Fumo, Thomas Pittaro, Dustin Marcello, and myself.
Got it.
All in the firm.
Okay. Now, just switching gears a little bit, what's your favorite Italian restaurant here?
Got to go with the Bootlegger. I love the Bootlegger. And I also love, which is, it's not one of the, the higher class ones, but Batista's Hole in the Wall. It's on Flamingo and Koval. I absolutely love that place because you can get a really good meal for a pretty inexpensive price, free wine, and the atmosphere is fantastic.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
A lot of fun being there. It's a great atmosphere.
Now, you also told me you play bocce down at the club.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, the Italian American Club, they have a bocce ball league on Wednesday nights and Thursdays. So depending on which night we're going to go. Sure. Last year we played on Wednesday nights.
What's your team name?
Capitosta.
What does that mean?
Pretty much it means hard-headed.
Ah, okay.
Very stubborn.
Is that accurate?
Yeah, I think so. It's myself, my father, and Dustin Marcello, who works in the firm. And we've had our fourth players always switched up over the years. We've had many of them, but us three have always been the constant on the team.
And what do you think about the bocce courts behind the club?
Oh, I love
outside the fence.
I love it. They're great. They actually just renovated them about a year ago. They added canopies on top with lights underneath it, so it has great lighting. In the past, what would happen is if it rained, the courts would get messed up and the balls would go every which way. Now, when it rains, we don't get that problem anymore.
Got it.
So,
and how do you think it's going to be in the summer?
I don't play the summer one only because it's a little. I think it's a little too hot, to be honest with you.
So, but do you think at dusk it will be okay?
Oh yeah, it starts at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
So it's like the perfect time because during the springtime you still have the sun out.
Yeah.
And then in the winter, even if it's getting dark, we have really great lighting there. So it's a great place to play.
And what is the secret to a good bocce game?
Well, I grew up bowling a lot too, so you need to. You got to have some skills, some bowling skills. But the key is to get out there 10 minutes early and practice because every single court is different. Some are very fast, some are very slow. So you just got to get your timing down.
So it's like going to the driving range or
exactly
before playing.
Exactly. You never go play golf if you play golf, you got to stop at the driving range before. Just to get loosened up a little bit.
Okay. Good.
So
now. What do you say to people who say there's a high crime rate in Las Vegas?
I don't believe there's a high crime rate in Las Vegas as it is. And what you have to realize is that we have tourists coming from all which ways. So if you're going to say that a lot of crime happens, it's not all the people, it's not all the residents that are happening. And there's a lot of great criminal defense attorneys out here as there is.
Well, I asked that question to Sheriff Lombardo, who's also a member of the club. He's going to start writing for the Bocce now. And he said, the problem is the statistic that they use is the residents. 1.9 million people. Is that about the population?
About there, I'd say there. Just under 2 million, I think.
So 1.9 million people, he said, but they don't include the 40 million people who come here.
That's what I was saying. With all the tourists coming in, they commit the crimes and it doesn't go, it goes against our statistics.
And so, even just say the sheer mass of people, you add that on to the numbers of crimes and say it's not really 1.9 million people, it's 2.4 million people or something, whatever it is.
Exactly.
For the 40 million people that come here staying 3 nights on average, that all of a sudden Las Vegas really drops down.
I agree. I completely agree with that.
Now, somebody else also said to me, this is the only city in the world where you can be walking down the street at 4 o'clock in the morning with the drink in your hand, $1,000 in your pocket, and not really worry about getting bonked on the head and robbed.
It's very
true. You agree?
There's a very strong police presence on the Strip. You can walk the Strip at any time, day or night, and feel safe because you're always going to see police officers, security guards. Every casino has their own private security guards, so you just feel safe. And there's always people there too. So you're not worried. It's not like you're walking down a desolate area. There's always people around. Everyone's having a good time.
So that's a great point. If we added all of the private security people onto the number of police officers, there's probably a higher density of police officers per person than anywhere else in the country. Wouldn't you think?
Completely agree with that. Yes, definitely. Because every casino hires their own private security.
Yeah.
And they all have the most high-tech camera systems in the world, facial recognition. So it's very hard to commit a crime inside of a casino. Yeah. And then once you're on the street, there's so many people there. It just doesn't really happen.
People and now cameras.
And it's very safe. I've never had an issue with it.
So I say to you, Las Vegas is one of the 7 great cities of the world. You're my attorney. Defend me on that.
There's no doubt about that.
Okay.
This is the greatest place in the world because it's a 24-hour city. So there are a lot of people that work nights, they work days, they have work different shifts, but you can still go out and enjoy the city at any time. The city never shuts down. What's great about it is we have the top restaurants in the world, and we have so many different types of restaurants, all the different varieties. We have the best shows in the world. If you want to see a show, you want entertainment, you like to gamble, obviously you can go gamble. You want to get a steak at 3 o'clock in the morning, you can go get a steak at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's
easy to fly in.
Easy to fly in. McCarran is a great airport, very accommodating.
Nice rooms. Things are new here.
You're putting the words in my mouth.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's great, and you can find a room for $29. You can find a room for thousands of dollars, just depending on what you want to do. Any budget, any person with on any budget can have a great time here.
Now, what do you say about the unemployment? When people say, "Yeah, but unemployment's high," what do you say about that?
Really, I didn't think unemployment was very high here, because the great thing is every time one of these casinos opens up, it's thousands of jobs that become available. And so they're constantly opening up. I mean, they've all the way, from the bottom all the way up, thousands of jobs.
So what I have heard people, and I've asked that question, they say, well, in 2007, there might have been 20 cranes on the skyline of Las Vegas. And when the economy went bad, the cranes disappeared, the construction people disappeared, there was this ripple effect. And there was a couple years where the tourists went down, but those people are back, and it's just the construction boom is gone. It's not that there isn't construction, but just that you don't see cranes on top of buildings everywhere now.
Yeah, well, when the market was going up so much, people were buying land left and right, and they were going to put up all these new things, these new high rises and everything. And then, like you said, then it crashed, and now they had to decide, are we going to keep putting it up, or is it worth to put up? And a lot of them just they just stopped. But I mean, if you look around the Strip, you look at downtown here, they are constantly building new things, whether it's restaurants or bars or, like I said, hotels. They're still, houses are still being built out in my neighborhood. They're still building houses,
Okay. Now, do you have relatives back in New Jersey still?
My dad has some of my dad's cousins are out there. I haven't gone back. I wouldn't say close family. Okay. I do have family back in Italy. An uncle, an aunt.
And what would you like to say to them? Because this is live around the world. What would you like to say?
Hi, Uncle Miceli. How are you, sir? My brother lives in Belgium. Hi, Patrick.
Okay. What does he do?
My brother, he teaches English out there, out in Europe. Okay. He went to school in Italy and then got married, and then they moved to Belgium because he got offered a similar position for more money.
Got it.
So now that's where he lives.
And why is your firm 4 Italian attorneys? How does that fit in?
Well, we like to stick together, I guess.
Okay.
The way it worked out is this. I was with Thomas Pitaro. He was actually a professor of mine at the law school and hired me when I got out of law school and passed the bar. Got it. Then Osvaldo Fumo hired Dustin Marcello. Okay. So we had 2 separate firms, and then Pitaro and Fumo decided to merge. Got it. And here now we have 4 of us together. And we're all good friends. I've known Dustin since I was 18 years old. We went to college together, went to law school together. Okay. We were roommates at one point. So I actually referred him over to Mr. Fumo. Oh, good. When he was looking to hire somebody, and that's how we all came together.
Great. Okay. Well, I told you it was going to go like that. Yeah. How many minutes do you think this was?
10 minutes.
13.
13.
Yeah. So, Mike, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
And any last comments you'd like to make?
Just come to Las Vegas. It's a great place. And I really highly recommend anyone that's in town, stop by the Italian American Club over on Sahara and Maryland Parkway. It's a great place, newly renovated, bocce ball courts behind. And I highly recommend it.
What about the bootlegger?
The bootlegger. Can't beat the bootlegger.
Okay, good. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye now.